Hey guys, good evening. Sorry for the inconvenience. So, good evening, and this is P. Mohammed Rizwan, manager of Key Community. So, today is day 6 of graphic designing bootcamp. So, let us start with the introduction. So, graphic designing is a process of visual communication and problem solving through the tri- typology, photography, and iconology and illustration. So there are three main responsibilities as a part of graphic designer. Yes, no, and wow. So wow is one of the main aim for graphic designing. So now let's move on to the role and responsibilities of the graphic designing. So intercommunication and cooperate with the clients. So like briefing and advertising the clients and managing client proposals. So briefing and advertising the clients is like a graphic designer who helps out main graphic designers to the which reach the clients. Then briefing and managing client proposals. Like if a client is approaching proposals, so the graphic design is the main reason how they can graphics, layout, and for product illusion, company logos, and websites. So these are the main role of a graphic designer is developing a concept like graphics, layout, product, determining the size and arrangements of copy and illustrative materials as well as font styles and size according to the requirements. So this is also the one of the main roles and responsibilities for the graphic designers who will involve in determining the size and arrangements of copying and illustrating the marketing and materials levels. Okay, and they will also be involved in graphic designs and illustrations and logo and making of company logos and etc. So these are the main roles and responsibilities how the graphic designers will involve in a particular main area of a graphic design. So next we move on to the career and path of graphic designer. So so now we are moving into the first content of the session, which is career path for a graphic designer. So what like I have to ask you a question. So what are the main career path of a graphic designer? So okay. So I'm going to explain here a few things which are the career paths of a graphic designers where the graphic designers will involved in. Okay, the few things are like fashion designing, marketing manager, teachers or lectures, a wedding invitation, UI UX designer for websites, then letter press printing, 3D illustration, book cover designing, signing printers, then surface pattern designing, gamer, packaging designers, web designers, and email marketing designers. These are the few or more career paths how a graphic designers can involve in a particular path. Okay, so like these are the various streams how a graphic designer can get into a career. Okay, so marketing manager, I'll go on with the marketing manager, like how a graphic designer will involve in a marketing manager field is main thing in marketing is advertising a product or a product or some iconic logos somewhere to the customers or the clients. This helps, this graphic designs helps to reach the customers or the clients in how we can reach them and how we can approach them is the main part of graphic designing. Okay, so again like game designers, so you can see into a game like everything is full of graphics and designs involved in a game. So the main role how a graphic designer can involve in games is full of creations of graphics and graphic designing things. So 3D illusions, and you all know how a 3D is being illustrated. So the way of graphic designers will involve in 3D designings also. So next, so the second content, I'm moving on to the second content, which is called as future scope of a graphic designer. So like what you all think about a future scope of a graphic designer, like how a graphic designer can get into the field like in future, like upcoming days or the future scope. So, okay. So now I'm going to explain you. According to Department of Labor Statistics, graphic designing is one of the most uppermost paid jobs in worldwide. Why it is called as most uppermost paid job in worldwide is the reason is why everything is filled up with the graphic designs. So in all the part, the graphic designs are the main way how we expose in such fields. So the simple cause behind this is the determination of good and creative that unique graphic designs to a high but getting talent or creative graphic designs in challenges these days. So a future design of a graphic designer's job worldwide is the main reason a creative of a graphic or getting talent in the graphic designs, that is which is the main challenging of these days, because I already mentioned you the graphic designing is the main unique pattern in all the fields, like every field there is a graphic design. So graphic is involved in all the fields. So this is the main reason why it is then worldwide future scope job. Okay, so in this current demand and supply rules, there are which is applied in India is a skilled graphic designer. Okay, so in India nowadays there is no not easy to get a skilled graphic designer, but however there is some of the few specialized anticipated very successful graphic designers are there. Okay, who can involve in various designings, which is the main aspects which has been ruling these days. Like there are different type of designers, so few I will say here. So like image designing, designing an image which will reach to the clients, which will make the clients to approve for such things. Then logo designs, for example logo design, logo is the main reason of everything. For example a company or whatever it is, the logo is the main thing. So it is also involved in a main scope, like in current days, current demands. So logo design. Then brochure and brochures. So brochures, if we are taking it at any part of show or some events which has been conducted by various streams. So the browser is the main thing which reach to the participants or the invitators who are going to attend. So main thing is browsers. Then catalog designs. So catalog designs is used worldwide for this purchasing or the advertising of a product. So approaching a clients or making them to attract to the products which has been newly implemented is by making a catalog. For example, there are more few different types of catalogs which is present nowadays. So this is also one of the demanded designer. Okay, so then animation, you can see in everything related, starting from the movie to end to the cartoon, everything is related to the animations. So animation is ruling the whole world nowadays. In the worldwide it is ruling us. So everything which is the main aspect in today's world is graphic design. So animation, the basic need of an animation is the graphic designer. A small designers determines to the major big animation. So this is also one of the main thing needed for the graphic designer. So next I'm moving on to the next thing, that which is called as newsletters and other designs. So newsletters, So you can all think what is the main stream involved in graphic designer in this newsletter. So newsletter, if you take in every morning, if you take a newspaper, you can see a colorful some advertisement or a major newses or headlines which has been colorly framed, or few things which is colorly attracted. So graphic designer who involves in the newsletter pad is designing various of advertising or new major thing which is will attract to the client or a particular people or a person. The graphic designs will involve them to attract to it. Okay, so that is what the main newsletter peoples are need of a graphic designers. Okay, then a business card design. So what is the need of graphic design in a business card? See, if your business card is more attractive than others, the business card determine on how the business strategy you are using towards the other customers or the other like other dealers whom you are going to deal with, or whom you are going to purchase with. So major, if a client is approaching you, they will ask you the business card. So the way of your business card, business cards graphic designs, that makes the clients to move according to your approaches. So this is the main thing which is involved in a graphic designs. This is the main thing in business card. The graphic design is involved in. So other thing is 3D design. 3D design. The major newly ruling worldwide graphic design is a 3D designing. So everything, for example, from little child to an older people, they all are involved in 3D design. Everywhere the 3D is involved in all the scopes. So these are the main demanded thing which is used worldwide. Okay, worldwide future scope of the graphic design, these are the main demands of the subplace where where the graphic designer are more needed in. Okay, so next, so let's take a summary like how a future scope of a graphic designer in India is. So a graphic design is a compulsory in so many business like advertisement or printing industries or website designing industries. Like why the graphic designers are involved in advertising industries or printing industries or web designing industries. So already I have said you like UI UX designs. So that graphic designers which involves in attracting to a client. Okay, for example, if you take a simple website, we peoples like we younger mind like us will more get attractive to an colorful website which is compared to others. So this is the main thing why we are using why they are using in website developing industries. Okay, so then advertising industries, you can see in everywhere, man. Even a small shop to a big shopping mall, they are using advertisement is key of a business which makes them to the peak level of economy. So the thing is how they advertise the single product. A new product is they are going to sell a new product or they are going to introduce a new product in this field. The major thing is advertising. So how we used to advertise, we used to advertise by graphic designing, so that the clients or customers will approach us. So the major role of a graphic designer is needed in advertising field. So they are having a main demand for advertising field and a website field. So they like why the graphic designers are more in need. Like we can use other designers also, right? You can ask a question. So the thing is graphic designers used to think new and creative designs, or the new aware of tools such as Photoshop, GIFs, Flash, or a Dreamweaver, Fireworks, Blends, or more. There are more also. I have given you a few tools like Photoshop, GIFs, Flash, Dreamweaver, or Fireworks. Okay, these are the few graphic designers software which they use to create advertisement or web designing like new and creatively. Okay, so other thing is, so in 3 to 4 years of experience of a designer career comes to a stoppage. Okay, so district of a career in program where there are various layers of designers like programming, analyzing, project managers. Designing is the most separated junior in the team. So if you take a team, there will be different of peoples like a programmer, analyzer, or a project manager, or a team lead, or customer based people. The major role that all involves in a graphic designing. Okay, this all it all involves in graphic. So they have a separate genius in that teamwork. Okay, so which involves the clients to get approaches to us. That is which involves the clients to approach us. Okay, the major key of clients approaches is graphic design. So this is the main survey of India. The graphic designers are more in demand, like advertising industries, website design industries, or printing industries. These are the major demand or in India for graphic designers. Okay, so why are the graphic designers in massive demand? So I'm going again to the why deeply. Why there is a demand of a designer is massive. So we preferentially any company or association, be it a government business, let it be a government business or educational industry or NGO or professional companies, all of them require some basic graphics in which they can showcase their outcomes or their individuality to the clients or the customers. Like logo is a virtual essence, and the other thing is logo is virtually essential things that every companies are branded in. If a company, whatever it may be a small company or whatever it is, their logo makes their brand name. Okay, so a simple logo which creates the massive way of advertising their product is by the logo. The logo is designed by a graphic designer. So logo is an essential thing that every company or brand in need, which can design or created by a graphic designers only. The logo is only created by a graphic designers because they used to create, they used to think new and creatively, and they use the different new softwares to make the logos to they make the logos so specialized for their companies, which will make them the customers or the clients to involve them toward that logo. Okay, for example, we can take Apple. If an Apple logo, that will determine that is an Apple, right? Apple company. So the main thing is logo, which determines them, or that is the brand for the whole company. Okay, so beginning from a logo to the business card. Now, like already I have mentioned you how a business card will reach you to the customers or the clients, how they will get into how they will come towards you. So like that, from the beginning, to from logos to a business card, even leaflets, banners, brochures, and catalogs, newsletters, and sign spots, all these things can be designed by an graphic designers. So I said, right, massive demands of a graphic designer. So these are the few things which the graphic designers are the major impacted, major in need, and major in demand. So starting from a logo till uh, sign spots. Okay, they are the graphic designers rules the world. So that is the main thing. So next, we are moving to a freelancing. So next topic is freelancing. How a graphic designer can freelance himself. Not going towards a company or working for a company, we can itself freelance towards them. Okay, so how to freelance being a graphic designer? Think of starting a freelancer. Designing career is not sure how to be. Like if you're thinking to become a graphic designing freelancer, we are not sure about how your career would be, but think if your career should be as shine as a gold or a diamond, you should make yourself more creative, like making yourself to shine to other clients. Like freelancing is you have to approach the clients or a customers. So how you can reach the clients or a customers? By the way of checking your software tools. Like you have to update your software or tools in how the clients or customer will reach to you continuously, so that the new update of software will help you to design a new creative things, or to create a new graphic designings. Okay, so that is the main important thing. So next is building your portfolio. So you have to build up your portfolio, like how however you have been worked with it, how your experience and what are the tools you are using and how you can make it. Like your portfolio will define how you are. Okay, so if a portfolio is more colorful and more attractive to the clients, that itself the main key point to a client or a customers to approach you. Okay, then again create a website for yourself. Like creating a website for yourself will help you to reach the people who are in abroad, because now the world is fully enclubed with internet. Okay, so you can reach the people via using internet by creating a website. Now so your website will reach to them so that they can get into it, and view of your website like UI UX design will make them attract to reach towards you. So next, so most important, let's go and take all most important steps. So once you have both your website on your online portfolio ready, now it's time to let it go, and all other important thing is approaching others and applying for a freelancing job. So already I have said you, like if you are going to become a freelancer, first you have to make yourself more attractive, so that the clients will reach you and you will get more and more product, more and more clients, and more and more freelancing projects. So already have meant you, like you have to be updated with your software and tools, then you have to build up your portfolio, then you have to build up your websites. So if you're done with all these things, now it's time to take your move and to reach the clients. So I will give you some tips how to reach the clients. Okay, so take it to a street. Like you have to move on to the street. Like you are being a freelancer, you have to get out of your workplace, then you have to move on to a street to get a new project, like you have to get some clients, right? So you have to move on to the street, and you have to be most don't be most, right? Like yeah, what all things you are going to involve in with, like you have to explain how a client will come to you. Okay, you have to showcase your full talent towards them. Then manage your time wisely. Like if you are going and meeting your clients, like if you are going for the new projects, as you are a freelancer, you will get a time, you will get a project, right? So if you are getting a project, you have to do your project as well as side. Then you have to also move on to street to look after some other projects. If this project is getting over, you have to keep some other project also with you, so that you can manage your time wisely. So for doing this both the projects, and you will get a profit in that. Okay, so you have to use your time wisely. Then never stop learning. If you are being a freelancer, you should never stop learning in what you are being growing with. Because if you're a freelancer, you don't have some other income, right? You have to get into your own streams, and you have to get involved in it. So you have to build up and you have to learn without stopping. So that is the main thing for a graphic design freelancer. Okay, so then what about education for a graphic designer? You can think, what about education is a graphic designer's qualification? So if you have to be a graphic designer qualification, you have to educate, right? So degree level of bachelor degree. A main thing is, if you're being a graphic designer, you can get your degree in a designing in bachelorette degree, or some other you can also deal with degree fields like art, graphics, designs, or related fields. Okay, or ensuring by a certificate license, or by ensuring certifications license, like voluntarily certifications available. Then the experience which will lead you to the great success is only by experience. Okay, so the experience is how you can showcase to the people is by creating your own portfolio or some sample works which will telecast them your skill, your key skills. Okay, so what you have to make have key skills like anthrostics and creativity, strong presentation, verbal, visual, written communication skills, ability to work independent and meet declines, business skills. These are the skills mainly needed for a graphic designer's qualification. So what should you have to do if you are doing in a self employment? Important qualities of a graphic designer is, as a graphic designer you will need a variety of characteristics to achieve a success. So if you are being a graphic designer, you have to reach a lot and lot, you have to move on to lot levels to create a to achieve a great success, right? So create a work that should be appealing and impactful. A graphic artist must be able to demonstrate and understand a client, industry, and tragedy audience. Okay, these are the main skill which we have to implement it for the self employment. I repeat once again: once you qualified for a graphic designer, after you finishing your designing qualification, like mm, getting a bachelor degree or degree level bachelorations, or degree field like getting a certificated license, certificated course, then you have to self employment yourself. Okay, once you qualified, you have to like variety of characteristics, you have to improve your skills by learning your own, so that you can achieve your great level of success. Okay, so that is what mean self-employed. It's a self-employed thing. So next we move on to key skill and competencies. So a graphic designer must be able to demonstrate in depth of knowledge of graphic design softwares. So if you are going to be a freelancer, or if you are going to work in some other companies, being a graphic designer, so you have to involve demonstrative depth level of graphic designs. You should know all the latest updates of everything. Okay, so these are the main thing that should be a key skill at the platform, as well as being elements of typography and designing. Okay, so ability to use a graphic designing programs an essential tool, including the Adobe Shoots, Adobe Illustrate, Photoshop, and InDesign. These are the main abilities to use for the graphic designers uses. Okay, programs like, I will repeat once again: essential tools for including Adobe Shoots, Adobe Illustrate, Photoshop, and InDesign. These are the main skills. So next, so understand of layout, designing, and typography, understanding the digital and print requirement, formatting, integrated media to create a motion graphics, animations, audio or video games, and a basic knowledge in HTML. Coding experience is a plus. If you're having a coding experience, that is your plus. Okay, so to be and graphic designer, you have to also be an shining star in essential tools like Adobe. Then you have to also understand about the layouts and designs. Then you have to also understand the digital and printing requirements for formatting. Then you have to have a basic knowledge of HTML. So if you are having coding knowledge, that will be plus for your career. Okay, so these are main key skills for the competencies. So how it will be in career progress? So how it would be in a career progress? So progressing tips, I will give you few progressing tips in which they will help you out. The main route to successful progression is by developing a reputation, networking, and making contents. Developing a career further depends on frequent job movements in order to wide experience and develop your portfolio, which will help you to wide your portfolio, or by starting up to experience. So you need to think strategically about your move and your make. So you have to think strategically about both the move and make of your career, make of your experience. Okay, so then about smaller companies rarely have a career structures, but they mainly have a better work environment that larger companies. Like smaller companies will depends upon various of career structures, but they will be a better environment work for the larger companies. You want to be a freelancer. Then self employment to express your progressions, move by making. Okay, smaller companies rather helps in career structures. Then junior graphic designs generally progresses after 2 to 3 years. If you're a junior graphic designer, you will get progressing in this graphic designing field after 2 or 3 years. If a graphic designer is generally progressing between 3 to 5 years, a lot of designers crosses to go freelancing, self-employment within 5 to 10 years of having their having their first job. Okay, so if you are graphic designers, you will get 2 to 3 years of a progression. Then for the if you are being graphic designers, it takes to 3 to 5 years. Then a lot of designing choose to go to be a freelancer or your self-employment within 5 to 10 years for your first job. Okay, these are the main like I have explained you about career path, how your career path would be if you are being a graphic designer. I already explained you how that would be your career path for being a graphic designer. Then I also said about the future scopes and which is the major demand in today's days worldwide. Then I have also explained you about freelancing. So if you are being a freelancing, you should be having some few major tips, so that if you're following, then you have to move on to your freelancing or your self job. Then the few educational tips I have given you, this that would be better if you're having the knowledge upon. So then at last I gave about career progression. So if these are the few career progression, if you are having or if you are going on with, that will be a major and the main resources that will help you out in this career, being a graphic designer. Okay, so I'll give you a final tip. Ensure if you are a graphic designer, CV is typographically great with clear layouts and no spelling errors or incorrect spacing. So that will ensure you how you are more accurate with graphic designer. Okay, so you may all so giving a creative design, you may help, but in ways, work on your portfolio. So you have to work on your portfolio sometimes. uh, try different tailorings like designing companies you can apply with. Get as much as experience and as possible. So these are the main final tips you have to involve in your career being a graphic designer. So networking, I have to you have to increase your network, because you have, if you are being a freelancer, you have to move out to the street and you have to get more clients. That if you're making a network, that will help you how to reach them. So learn and train you as you got. So you have to learn yourself more and more, so that you can get update your software, get update with your software, so that you can involve in all new updates, and you can shine your graphic designer field. So then always make sure that you keep up to the date. So the main thing for the graphic designer is you have to be a time punctuality. So you have to make everything as uh, you have to make everything the latest dates, and you have to get wired as how you can be a software enthusiast. So you have to make everything available, like you have to get more secure. Okay, so if stay safe, and like you have to be more updated with your graphic designers, which will develop you and move you to the great success being a graphic designer. So thanks for the session. Then here is a important note for the session viewers. So we will be updating a certification. So we will be updating a few process for a certification. So if you want to get a certificate, we will we will so if you want a certificate, please view us and www.geek.ind.in, so that you can visit our website and you will get a task over there. So complete the task as soon as possible. So we will send you the certificate through online. So kindly check it up later, like before night or tomorrow. You will get everything updated on our website. Okay. So thanks for the session. Stay tuned.